As you guys already know, Roma pulled off the unthinkable against Barcelona in the second leg and eliminated them to reach the semi-finals. To understand the second leg tactics better, we must look at what happened in the first leg, because Francesco's tactics were inspired by the changes he made later in that game. Barcelona stuck with 4-4-2, the same formation they used against Chelsea to win 3-0. Francesco went with 4-3-3, with Pellegrini in for the injured Nainggolan. Pellegrini was more advanced than Strootman and De Rossi. When defending, Roma switched to a 4-1-4-1, with Dzeko becoming the lone striker and De Rossi covering the space in between midfield and defense. Right from the start, Roma pressed high up the field whenever Barcelona attempted to play from the back. They also held a high defensive line. Roma compressed the ball near side a lot whenever Barcelona were building up. This made it difficult for Barcelona to play from the back. As a result, Barcelona often got trapped on one side of the field and lost the ball. For a good while, Barcelona were having trouble getting through Roma's pressure, but after some time, they started finding spaces in the midfield. This is because Roma were committing too many players forward at times. When Barcelona got in the final third, Roma's shape got even more compact to not allow any space in the middle or the half spaces. Roma were 1-0 down at the break because of De Rossi's unfortunate own goal. Francesco took a gamble and got even more offensive coming out of the break. Pellegrini was now making forward runs, which dragged away Barcelona's defenders away from their markers. The fullbacks were now making forward runs instead of staying back, like they did in the first half. This was made possible by the defensive midfielders covering for the fullbacks. Notice how Kolarov does not commit himself forward, since the defensive midfielders are on the opposite side. But since Roma were pressing with high pressure and got even more offensive, they were leaving huge spaces in behind midfield as they only had 2 players to cover that space. Barcelona eventually took advantage of Roma's offensive gameplay and scored from a counter-attack. Barcelona had scored another goal a couple minutes before that from a corner. Now that Barcelona were leading with 3 goals, they slowed down while Roma kept on trying to get an away goal, and in the 80th minute, they did. I could have gotten into more detail about the first leg, but we're not here for that. We're here for what happened next. So let's just get into it. Nainggolan returned from an injury. As you can see, Francesco made a formation change. This was inspired by what he noticed in the second half of the first leg. Roma were successful on the wings, but struggled in the middle of the park. With that in mind, Francesco went with a 3-4-1-2. I will explain more as we go on. Valverde, on the other hand, stuck with the same formation he used in the first leg. Let's break down Roma's formation a bit more. In the first leg, Roma were successful after stretching Barcelona out using their fullbacks. That was the main idea behind this formation. Francesco wanted to stretch Barcelona out and still have enough men back to defend. So, on paper, he basically took out a forward and played an extra defender. You may be wondering, how is that not defensive? That's the interesting part. With this formation, Roma were even more offensive than before. How? Francesco outplayed Barcelona on the wings, which stretched them out and allowed Roma to find spaces. Well, let's cover the basics first. Roma pressed high up the field, just like in the first leg, and made it difficult for Barcelona to play from the back with their high pressure. Both wingbacks played an extremely important role in this win. The wingbacks were able to go deep and mark Barcelona's widest players without having to worry about leaving spaces in behind. Usually Messi is open in this area, but Kolarov makes sure that he's not, allowing Nainggolan to press higher up. Jordi Alba likes to get upfield quite a lot, so Francesco wanted to counter that first of all, and exploit that when given the opportunity. That is why Roma were mainly focusing on the right side of the field when attacking. He was able to keep a hold of Alba by playing Florenzi, who played as a right winger in the first leg, as a right back in this match. Florenzi made sure to stay close enough to not allow Alba to get involved in Barcelona's attacks. Whenever Florenzi had to stay back, De Francesco tasked Schick, the young out-and-out striker, to play primarily on the right wing. Once the ball was on the flanks, a center back would often go upfield, assisting Florenzi, while Schick made his way into the box. Since Roma were focusing on right side, Dzeko, Schick and Florenzi occupied Barcelona's defenders, which left Nainggolan open in behind the midfield. While Kolarov was playing the same role that Jordi Alba usually plays for Barcelona. Not only that, Roma kept on trying to get in behind Barcelona's high defensive line. Dzeko was manhandling Barcelona's defenders on long balls, and his hold-up play was causing Barcelona's defenders nightmares. Not too long after that hold-up play, Roma got the lead through Dzeko. That goal took Roma only 5 minutes. At the back, De Francesco was okay with leaving a 3v2 or a 3v3 at times because he knew he had to go for it, or else Roma gets eliminated. And Barcelona tried to get in behind Roma's high defensive line time and time again. But Roma were on top of their game and dealt with whatever was thrown their way. Dzeko kept causing Barcelona trouble with his exceptional hold-up play. And Roma kept on overcrowding the right wing, giving them a man advantage. Roma were the better team right from the kickoff and went into the break leading with 1 goal, but still needed to score 2 more goals without a reply if they were to advance. Roma continued with the same tactics they used in the first half. Nainggolan makes her run forward as the long ball is played. In the 56th minute, Piqué brought Dzeko down in the box, which awarded Roma a penalty. De Rossi stepped up to make it 2-0 and come within a goal of eliminating Barcelona. Messi was quite poor in this match, and Barcelona really needed him. He was only able to take shots from distance. That is all down to Roma keeping him quiet. In the 59th minute, Fazio could have been sent off as he was already on a yellow, and then he did this. Roma kept on attacking, looking to get that 3rd goal. In the 77th minute, El Shaarawy came on for Nainggolan, while Andre Gomes was brought on for Iniesta. Roma kept up with their intensity. And in the 82nd minute, they were finally able to get that goal which eliminated Barcelona from the Champions League. In the 85th minute, Valverde brought on Alcácer and Dembélé for Semedo and Busquets, hoping to get Barcelona back into the game. Barcelona kept on trying to get a goal which would help them advance, but they were just not good enough. Roma thoroughly deserves this victory as Di Francesco outclassed Valverde in the 2nd leg. I don't get why Valverde did not respond fast enough and waited until the 85th minute to bring on Dembélé. Roma were more than happy to leave huge spaces in behind since they knew they had to score. Barcelona did not exploit that at all. But that should not distract you from the fact that Roma outplayed Barcelona to come back from a 3-goal deficit to eliminate them in the 2nd leg. This was a beautiful game to watch. I hope people praise Di Francesco's tactics more than they berate Valverde, because Roma's manager deserves all the credit he can get for this win. Do you think Barcelona were poor, or Roma was just too good? I would love to hear what you guys think, so let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a like if you enjoyed. I get a lot of comments asking about updates on my next videos, so make sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you want to keep up to date. The links can be found in the description. Thank you to Kale Mombongo, Anthony, Tej Mullen, Shawshank BR, and other patrons for supporting this channel on Patreon. If you like what I do and would like to support the channel, check out the Patreon page by clicking the link in the description or the pop-up on the top right. Also, do not forget to check out my second channel if you want to see the videos that I wasn't able to post here. The links can be found in the description.